In this video, we're going to be putting a concrete sealer on our new pad, and this will be a demonstration and review of the Dutch Boy concrete sealer, and we are using the Natural Look Clear Satin. A few notes to consider when you apply this product is it tells you not to apply it when it is below 50 degrees or above 90 degrees. And also, there's various different surface prep things that you need to do depending on what your concrete looks like. What I have done to prep this pad is yesterday I pressure washed the whole thing, and this morning I used the blower to blow off some extra debris, leaves and everything. And I followed that up with a broom just to make sure everything was as clean as I could get it. And that's also why I'm in socks right now, just to try to make sure from tracking anything onto the concrete. Now I want to make sure this is stirred really well before starting. I wasn't sure if there'd be anything in the bottom, but actually it feels like there's not really anything, like paint would maybe do over time. But I'm gonna go ahead and stir it anyways, just to make sure it's got a good mix. Now I was going to plan on pouring this into a paint tray and then doing it the normal way. But I think I'm just gonna try using it like this and dipping the roller in here and just getting some on, and kind of save me some time from using the paint tray.
As you can see, it didn't really work very well to get the roller to try to spin all the way around in the bucket, and then when I went to put it on the concrete, it just wasn't spreading very far. And also, do not do what I'm doing here and letting it splatter and drip across different areas before you roll it on, because it ended up leaving a darker spot where it dripped because that soaked in first before I got there to roll it on. I just got to where I dipped the whole brush in, and where it was going to drip on the concrete, I tried to guide that to where I was going to be instantly rolling it on. So as you can see here, all the dripping straight out of the bucket was right where I was going to start rolling. So that means I had to move the bucket basically each time I rolled on a section. Some areas I used a cheap brush to make sure I got it covered completely. It was especially helpful in the corner crevices.
Alright, so I just finished the first coat, and I'm going to go ahead and put the brush inside bags to keep them from drying up. And now we can wait for this to dry. The bucket says it is dry to the touch in 1 hour, and you're supposed to recoat it, I believe, within 2 hours. All right, so it's just now been about 30 minutes, and the last area I coated actually is already feeling dry to the touch. So I think it's safe to say I can go ahead and start on the other end where I first started and get the second coat going.
So for this, I just repeated the same process I did in the first place. And here are a couple before and afters. This is before the concrete was coated. And then after the two coats, you can see there's sort of a glossy light reflection to it. And this is another before. You can see it's softer looking and more of a matte look. But then after, you can see the light reflecting off of it, and even reflects enough to where it almost shines more light into our house. The one bad thing that this product did was, for some reason, add streaks where that second coat overlapped. So when I did one section and then came behind it with another section and had that overlapping area, some reason it left streaks, which is annoying.